A traditional e-learning course for a hardware or science product takes at least $30,000 and 3 months. We build the same course in about an hour from your data sheets, app notes, and product decks. The output is built for people who actually need to ramp on a new or updated product fast. Field engineers, scientists, support teams, sales, and customers. Here's how it works. We take your dense technical materials, data sheets, application notes, slide decks, and feed them in. Then we run a guided interview to pull the expert knowledge that isn't on your page. The output is a learning experience grounded in proven learning science, not just a repackaged PDF or a generic e-learning course. Inputs are flexible. Science or engineering docs. Before any content gets generated, an interview will walk you through defining the audience, setting instruction goals and behavioral goals, and locking in learning objectives and behavioral outcomes. These are steps that most other tools skip, which is why we believe their output ends up generic. The final output is a multimedia-rich course, distraction-free by design, built on evidence-based instructional design practices. We're not optimizing for engagement metrics. We're optimizing for actual learning and behavioral change. Learners choose their path, sit down for a full course, or dive into the document and chat with the sections they need help with. So, why are we building this now? First, some definitions. SMEs are subject matter experts like yourselves, have deep domain knowledge. IDs are instructional designers, have deep expertise in behavior change, communication, and how people actually learn. These are genuinely different skills, and just knowing a topic deeply doesn't mean it gets taught well. IDs have professional tools and methodologies for this, but they're inaccessible to SMEs. So SMEs default to content-heavy slide decks that skip proven instructional design practices, and after months of work, the content might or might not land. When stakes are low, any tool will do, but when subject matter is complex or performance stakes are high, at the top right-hand corner of the curve, you need a purpose-built solution with instructional rigor and the quality controls to get the technical details right. We operationalize the vision through a few key strategic differentiators. Across the columns are agentic apps like Notebook LM, Claude, and ChatGPT, copilots like PowerPoint Copilot, L&D authoring tools built for professional instructional designers, and a wave of new startups that convert doc into courses. The first key difference, we use evidence-based frameworks. The benefit is faithfulness and traceability. If something in the course isn't factually correct or the learner isn't finding it useful, we can trace it to potential causes. The trade-off, however, is that creators spend more time in a tool upfront compared to other doc-to-course tools that are fast but generic. That upfront investment saves times downstream for learners. Another key differentiator is in workflow integration. The core idea is that we don't expect creators or learners to come to our platform in the future. They'll interact with the learning inside their existing workflow through our agents. This is our agentic process under the hood. 2 phases, 10 stages. Phase 1 ingests and classifies. A visual language model chunks the document, nails down a persona, and then classifies each chunk by knowledge type. This classification is foundational. It's what will eventually let the system distinguish human skills from autonomous skills that can be outsourced to agents. Each chunk also gets a critical impact of failure score and then clustered into capability domains. Phase 2 turns that architecture into a course. We derive microskills, generate ABCD structured learning goals, build assessments, run risk analysis on likely failure modes, and finally assemble the course using the Dick and Carey model. And here's the key difference. Most tools in this space only do stage 10. They skip stages 1 through 9, which is where all the evidence-based instructional design actually happens. We've adopted the proven frameworks at every stage, which is why we believe the final course will be more relevant. Studies show that over 90% of learning occurs on the job, not in sit-down training. That's why we're architecting our system so creators and learners won't need to come to our platform. They'll interact with the learning inside their existing workflow, calling our headless agents from whatever tool they're already in. For example, hit a problem at work, and you can call a business outcomes agent right from your tool to ask, is this actually a training problem? Or is it a job aid, process, or motivation problem that training won't solve? Or if it is a training problem, the agent can deliver the exact learning through an interactive widget. No sit down course required. Or is the learning actually translating to on the job performance? Our agents will work with other agents in your workflow to answer the training specific questions, closing the loop between multiple choice questions and on the job performance, driving business outcomes. Who is this for? It is for you. Any expert drowning in thousands of pages of dense technical documentation, think charts, formulas, scientific methodologies, engineering, drawings, clinical trial data, etc. Think product managers, technical trainers, technical marketing, sales enablement, customer education, across any scientific or engineering industry. The simple test. If you have ever struggled to get your audience to actually understand you, this tool is built for you. We would love to hear from you. You can contact me directly via email or experience it firsthand at app.getpraxium.ai. Thank you.